Welcome back to Grenoble here on Football Manager 24. For you, this is like a couple days later. For me, this is a little bit like a week or so later. So it's been a bit since I've recorded. Basically been recording some Raleigh Oaks when I'm not playing this. Obviously not bored of this, but have other series to record. I play other games as well now. Me and the fellows just got FIFA, so we're FC 25s. We've been playing that. We were torturing ourselves with some Fortnite as well. That was fun for about 2 days, and then the skill-based matchmaking kicked in. That was like, oh yeah, you guys were good in 2018. Go back in the sweat lobbies. But fear not, we are back here on FM, ready to continue our season here. Top of the table in Ligue 2. They've rejected my offer for a new contract or my request for a new contract? That's the first time seeing that. Usually, you can be like, hey man, I'm top of the league here, we're cooking right now, let's get that contract extended, and usually they're like, yeah, things are going well, let's do it. These guys, not so much interested in that, so I guess we're gonna have to just keep proving ourselves here. Interesting, Paris FC apparently has fired their coach, and they hired a Portuguese guy, Rui Jorge, I'm assuming. Pretty solid ratings here. This guy has not coached in the club world, it appears, since the mid-2000s, early 2000s, at Sporting CP. Apparently they won the Portuguese league when he was there in 2002. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is his player milestones. This was when he was a player. Or I guess he's just been the Portuguese U21 coach. I don't know if he was there this entire time since 2010, but he is now the coach of Paris FC. Also, just seeing FC Porto here just reminded me, I mean, we need to come up with some songs and chants for some of our players here. That's one of the sickest things about soccer to me. I've had the Luis Diaz chant stuck in my head that they do at Liverpool. It's to the tune of Bella Ciao, which is just like, oh my god, incredible stuff. Americans wish they could do stuff like that. Alrighty, we are back here with some Ligue 2 action coming out of the break, taking on Cancano. And we, of course, are rocking our 4-3-3. We're in pretty good form, but so are they at the moment. They are not actually that well off of the team in the standings, but as you can see, their form definitely a bit better as of recently. So we'll see how this thing goes. The long ball there to Pastolacci, whips it in. Bamba! Let's go! Sanyang on the header. 1-0 Grenoble, we strike first on our third shot of the game. So, I mean, we're not getting, like, chances galore here, but, I mean, the defense has been great. They don't even have a shot yet. They have 0. They have a 0.00 XG. They don't even have a registered XG. So, defense has been solid. Nice little through ball to nobody there, as Pastolacci was not on the same page. I mean, one of them wasn't on the same page. It looked like it would have been an easy through ball, but end of game highlight, they whip it in. We defend it. Rigo misses the header somehow. I would imagine this is just the end of the game. Are we going to get another chance? No, they're going to whistle it dead. 1-0 Grenoble gets the dub. Somehow we hang on and win. I mean, it's not somehow. I mean, they did nothing offensively. They were just god-awful defensively. We had a bunch of chances, but we just could not net more than one of them, but a win's a win. Hopefully Torre is not seriously hurt. Okay, he'll be out for like 2 weeks. Not exactly the most ideal thing, but we can survive for like 2 weeks without Torre. That's also 9 in a row without losing here for Grenoble. Here's a possible loan that we could do as a very versatile player for the rest of the season. Christian Kappas. I'm sure there's at least one person watching this video who probably knows who this guy is. I don't. 24-year-old American who's worth anywhere from 180K to 1.8 million. That seems like a player who probably people are aware of. He is not going to be like the most important player, but he could be a vital like piece to our depth. As you can see here, he plays DM, he plays CM, and he also plays defensive left all quite well. He's a decent, well-rounded player. He'd be a bit on maybe not a bit on the pricey side. We have guys who are way more than this. The playing monthly fee, they won't budge off of that. I would not be opposed to doing this, but also at the same time, we would have to take somebody on the non-EU players off right now, and currently the guys that we have in those slots are Gino Miloko here, who is the 19-year-old keeper we signed, who was playing as our backup keeper while Mablo was hurt. But now he is currently on the second team because he's too old to play on the... He's like past the 19-year-old... He's like almost 20. So he's like ineligible for the U19 team. Yeah, so he's currently on the second team. We have Mablo and Luis, whatever this guy's name is. We still have Bobby Elaine and Diop here as well, who could play if we need to have like a desperation keeper. And then the second of the non-EU players that we have is Juan Esteban Zulaga here, who is that 20-year-old right back we signed to. You can see here, he's going up in a lot of stuff. He looks like he could be pretty solid for us. So we definitely want to keep him on the team, keep getting him some time on the senior squad. But I would not be opposed of taking off Gino here. But at the same time, I also don't know if we want to do this necessarily right now. So we might not do this at the moment. I think we could possibly get a better guy than Christian Kappas. I mean, he's not exactly a huge upgrade, but I think we could possibly do better. So I'll keep this on the back burner, but we might be looking for other guys as well. We also have the option to just recall Matthew Millon from his loan on FC Rouen, the team that we have an affiliation with. That is something that we could do. That is something I'm not opposed to doing either. I mean, we did get the guy. I know we said that he would finish his season with FC Rouen, but I mean, we can recall him. We are trying to find a left back. Millon gives us that left back. And he can also play a bit of a center back, too. He's not the most ideal center back, obviously, because he's 5'10", can't really jump too high, not the strongest player. Definitely more of a wing-type player. But, I mean, that is definitely something we will consider, especially because the other guy we have, who is like Matthew Millon, Jahami, whatever his name is, this guy, Jahami Mayeli, he is currently out for 3 to 6 weeks. He just recently got injured with some sprained knee ligaments. He sprained his cruciate, so he's not going to be able to play for us. But Matthew Millon could if we decide to recall him from his loan. It's just a matter of, do we want to bring in Matthew Millon short on his loan that we promised Rouen he would finish his season, or do we want to go out and try to find somebody who's a bit better on loan or even a transfer to help us out the rest of the season? And also, if we do go the transfer route, I want them to be somebody who's also going to help us if we do get promoted, because I don't want to buy somebody who's like, oh, a borderline player right now, and then we have him on next year's team, and it's like, hey, now we're in League One, and this guy's just unplayable. Holy heck, we got an achievement. I don't know what it is, but we did something. Head Coach of the Year. That's what we did. My goodness. We get the Head Coach of the Year award because the literal year is coming to an end. Not the season, but the literal year. Alrighty, so they just gave us the chance to change our season expectations, which used to be a top half finish. We're currently at the literal 1 spot in the league, so I think that, I mean, at the very minimum, reaching the promotion playoff, that's something we can absolutely do. I mean, I would be disappointed if this happens. We're trying to gear for just getting that straight promotion spot. So I think our goal being just promotion playoff, that is doable. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that, get a little tiny bit more of payroll here because of that, and hopefully that helps us out in the transfer window here, as that is now open. Come on! You've got my job secured at A+. The supporters love me. Extend me. I'm going to request it again. Give me a new contract. Well, we might be in the market for a winger here at the transfer window. Probably a loan, just because Son Yang is signed long-term, and I don't want to, like, overcrowd our winger situation, but definitely going to be in the market for a winger here. 4 to 7 weeks, so 4 to 5 weeks on his physio here, which is the one we are going to do. Alrighty, we may be in the business of making a deal here. We are looking to bring in some different backs here. So we are looking to possibly sell Piquez here, who is like an interesting player. I don't really think he's the greatest though. I don't think he's going to be a guy who plays for us in League All when we get promoted. If we get promoted, I should be saying, because it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it's trending that way. He also doesn't really play that much right now. He's not exactly one of my favorite guys we have on this team. And we have a bunch of teams who are offering like a pretty penny for him. And we could probably pump these up a little bit as well. So I would be interested in getting this amount of money directly into our transfer, opening up some salary too, because you can see here this guy is getting paid $141,000, not the most, but it's we could have a decent player on that. Also, just add in some more money to our team with the transfer, obviously too, which allows us to increase our payroll. So Piquez, the idea is that like right now he's a DM right wing backup. So he plays here and he plays here as the backup. But then as the backup deep lying playmaker, we play like Touré here. Mbemba plays there a bit. We like Jacob Jenna when he plays there. Even Abbas Maiga, we like when he plays there. We got some younger guys we can play. We might even bring in somebody as well, because we are also looking to possibly sell Mbemba, because I think he is somebody we might possibly want to move on from as well. I love that he's versatile in all these spots, but I don't love that he can't play here as just a normal wingback, and he would have to play as inverted. That's the main thing I don't like about him. We have both him and Piquez transfer listed. Now, Mbemba's a long shot to sell because nobody's interested in him. And I definitely like him more than I like Piquez. I will say that. So if we can sell Piquez here, and then possibly use that money to bring in a left back, that would be of interest of me. Because Mbemba is our right back / DM here. If we can fill this spot with a guy who can play left back, now it might just be Leon. Where is he? The guy who was in our loans here. It might just be, not Leon, Mion, Matthew Mion here. Younger guy, obviously, but he can definitely hold his own as a backup on that left wing back role. So I'm thinking that that's what we were going to, that is one of the top options for us right now when it comes to bringing in a left back, recalling him from his loan, and just letting him play for us. We're also going to terminate this guy's loan because we don't want to pay him this. This guy never plays. He's just not really any good. I don't really like this guy at all. So we're just going to straight up terminate his loan. It was an experiment that did not work. He's getting sent back to his club. And you can also see that we originally were trying to bring in this guy on loan, Warren Kamanzi, but you can see here he's playing in Toulouse. However you say this is a team that's not doing so hot in League All. They obviously a much more valued team than us. They have way more money than us, and they have much better players than us. They have this Kamanzi guy who we were trying to get a loan offer for him, but they are just being extremely insane. They're like, hey, pay all his salary, also give us a monthly fee, and it's just like I would not be opposed to paying this salary, but then they're also like, hey, give us a monthly fee of $160,000 on top of that, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world, but not exactly the best. But we might kind of come back and see if this is possible, because Kamanzi here is able to play left back and right back quite well. So if we can bring him in on loan for the rest of the season, that would be ideal. And also, I'm thinking that we might actually have to be in on the winger market, because right now, we still have some decent options here for winger. I totally forgot about Lenny Joseph, who is one of our younger winger / striker players. Only can play on his right foot on the left side though, so he's more of an inside forward. So we moved this back to inside forward attack. We still have the advanced playmaker out here. Joseph can play both of these spots. He can play as that right foot on the right wing, or he can play as the right foot on the left wing, cutting inside, which is why Mendy is back on wing-back attack to get farther up the field. And then we have Vols back on Carolero, so he can fill in a bit of the defensive role here when Mendy's getting upfield. And then before we found this guy, I was thinking that I might also try to bring in ZB, or I was going to bring in ZBG, because if you look at his, is it on this page here? Yes. We were going to offer him a 351,000, which is about what the other guy is making. And ZBG is a solid player. You know, I think this guy could even play in League. I think he is a solid player. The thing is, he is just a right back, though. So my thinking of bringing him in was, hey, if we're going to sell Mbemba and Paquez, we need another guy who can back up terrain. ZBG would be that guy, a bit expensive of a backup, but definitely doable if we sell all those guys. And now ZBG can technically play some of the left wing back, but he has the similar issue as Mbemba, where he's more of a inverted wing back, and he would be the one getting inside, which I guess isn't the biggest deal. We could definitely do that if we wanted to. We would just make our winger on that side be the guy who fills the width, and then have probably a box-to-box rather than a Carolero. Or maybe it would be a Carolero. I don't really know. But I would not be opposed to doing this, but it's definitely not my ideal thing. You can also see if we look at where he ranks on the right side, he has the same star rating and star potential as Terrain. So I'm like, you know, he's 25. He's a solid player, but if we're going to keep Mbemba, who's signed through this season and next season, I believe, then I don't think we're going to bring in Zachary Broad-Guillard, because he just is... He's like, Mbemba's going to have to be in that spot. And plus, Mbemba gives us the midfield versatility as well. But the offer is still out there, and we will consider that. I also have a couple offers. Oh, we were also looking at this guy, possibly, Jean-Philippe. He's currently at Dunkirk, which is a poor League 2 side. He's a decent player, but he's not really a wing-back like I was looking at. He was just a guy who can play center-back, DM, and midfield all pretty decently well. And he was interested in possibly coming in on loan, but they want us to pay his entire salary, also give him a bunch of money, so I'm just like, yeah, we're not doing that, so I declined that. But then we did find these two Nigerian guys who were playing in the Nigerian Premier League. This guy's playing for a team that is literally sponsored by an insurance company. I'd imagine that's what this is. He is a goalkeeper, Joshua Baba. You can see here his potential ability is quite high. He's looking like he's pretty solid. I think this guy could be a pretty good player. He's 19. We are going to be trying to bring him in. I might possibly not want to, but I think he's solid. I think we want to bring him in as a young keeper to possibly develop and see what he can do. And then there's also this guy, Godwin Ashugbemi, something like that. He's 18 years old, also playing in the Nigerian Premier League with Kawara United. He has some interesting ratings. He has decent pace already, and agility and acceleration. He's already got 16 technique and 16 first touch, which makes me think that he could be a really solid midfielder type guy for midfielder. Obviously, he is a midfielder. And I mean, at the very least, I think these guys are guys we could develop and then just sell for much more than like the 50 to 75,000 we're like this guy. We have a bid for 79,000. And Baba here is underbid for 50,000. So, at the very least, I think both of these guys are people we can like develop and then sell. It's still up in the air if we are going to go through with these transfers, but they are currently in the progress of going through. If we back out at the end, I will obviously let everyone know. But at the moment, I think we're leaning towards doing it. Obviously, they wouldn't be like playing every day. They would be mainly on the U19 and U18 teams, possibly looking to get loaned out as well. But definitely, guys, we are interested in developing and then selling or developing, and who knows, maybe they're superstars for us. So I'm gonna leave ZBG here just for a bit. If we do decide to keep Mbemba, then we will cancel this. But if we sell Mbemba and Paquez, then I will be doing this, most likely. Right now, what we were trying to find is a left wing back for us, because we're going to sell Paquez. We're trying to get the money for Paquez here. We're going to try to bank these all up. So 725. What will you possibly give me? Will you give me like 850, even 900 perhaps? Okay. So they won't do 900. What about 800? Will you do 800k? Okay. Okay. That's not ideal. What if I go up 2? They don't want to negotiate at all. Wow. Okay. Well, I just screwed myself out of 3 of those solid offers. I would have loved to get $725,000, but instead I got greedy and made them all withdraw their offers. And hopefully some other teams bid some more because I would like to sell him. Alrighty, so through the transfer room, both Manuel Perez, who's a guy I've been trying to sell since the very beginning, because he's just not good. No offers on the transfer portal or the transfer room, and then also Mbemba. His reluctance to leave following his recent arrival seems to have put clubs off. So Mbemba's not going to be getting sold. So we are going to go ahead and cancel the transfer for ZBG. The goalkeeper transfer, the Nigerian goalkeeper, we are going to go ahead and accept his contract because it's going through. He's cheap. We think he's going to be good, so we are going to go ahead and accept that. We also got another offer for Baquez here. We managed to talk this team up to $775,000, so hopefully he accepts this. Alright, unfortunately, this guy's potential has gone down a bit. Now it's 3-star yellow with a 1 full star of white. But I still think this guy could be pretty solid for us. Alrighty, it is once again time for a cup game. This team has somehow won a couple games, but we still have a bunch of backups playing. As you can see, lots of different names in the lineup, but we're still confident, including the debut of Baba in net. Once again, Mendy up the left wing. Crosses it in, cannot find anybody, but somehow Amine gets it on that right wing. And Lenny Joseph off the top bar. Or no, just over the top of the bar. Okay. Getting a couple chances, but still nothing crazy happening for us, which we still don't love. I mean, we do have a lot of guys we don't start in the lineup today. I mean, literally the only starters in the lineup are Mendy, and Joseph is going to be starting on that left wing for a bit, and then Amine can start here and there. But the rest of these guys are all backups, all second team or U19 guys, just getting some time here with the senior squad in a cup game. As so far, they're defending well, but now they give this shit ton of space down this wing. And Baba, the new keeper, makes the diving save. I don't know why he's wearing number 1. That's not what he's... I guess the numbers are different for these cup games, because these are not the numbers these guys are assigned to. I'm just now realizing. Alright, literally nothing happening in the first half. We get 5 shots, none on target. Let's do something with it, please. And Amine loses it, but Zulaga comes in to pick it up. Works it back inside the box for Amine. And there it is! Jacob Geno, his second goal of the season. It's 1-0 Grenoble here in the 56th, as we do end up taking the lead. Yeah, no shit, our finishing is letting us down. I mean, it's not like we're not even shooting from, like, super far outside the box. Like, we have worked the ball into the box, and we still can't get shots on goal. As I say that, Mbemba. Wait, how did Mbemba score? Was that like a deflection? I have to see the replay of this. I saw the Mendy shot, but I did not see how Mbemba scored it. Oh my god! That was like a tipped puck. That was like he was screening the goalie. He like headed the deflection. That was insane. Hey, we scored a corner. Yamaogo. Whatever this guy's name is, he's one of our U19 players. Called him up for the cup game, and he gets the header on the corner. 3-0 Grenoble. Oh no. They split our defense, but Baba comes out and gets to it, but then it's a wide open net. Oh my god, the aggressive play by Baba works initially, but then it goes right to a red jersey. And there it is, the final whistle. 4-1 Grenoble is your final in this one. We move on to the next round of the Cup as we beat FC Borgo. 18 shots, only 6 on target, but we score 4 of them. A 2-1-2 XG. Not the prettiest performance against a team that's definitely lower than us, but a win is a win. And Kevin Watto somehow pulled his hamstring in that game. He's going to be out for 2 weeks. And Paquez has indeed agreed to a deal with STVV. However you say this team, I would imagine that this sponsor of theirs is a Japanese sponsor, and I would imagine if I looked up this team, they probably have some sort of Japanese owner, which is probably why this is their stadium name and this is their sponsor, and why they have a required importance of signing Japanese players in Belgium. Very weird. They care more about signing Japanese players than they do players based in Belgium. Very odd club. Hell yes, Grenoble has now had 12 games unbeaten, and that is a new team record here at Grenoble. Alrighty, we have indeed signed the other Nigerian that we were going after, the midfielder Godwin here. He also dropped down to a 3-star with a 4-star white star, but he still has the technique and the first touch. I still think this guy is going to be a solid player here for us in the midfield. And I think we should be able to develop him to where he's going to be much more valuable than the 85,000 max he has right now. Alrighty, we are starting to get some guys going out with, like, sickness stuff. We've got a Mine, who we are going to send home, so we don't risk spreading it to other players on the club here. So we're sending home for 10 to 12 days. We already have Rigo, who is currently at home recovering from his virus. He's expected out for still 9 more days. Let's have this be better, please. Don't be doing this. So we have done the draw here for the 10th round of the French Cup, and we are taking on a Ligue 1 side in OGC Nice. Gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough. They are currently 4th in Ligue 1. We are trying to get promoted into that league with this league that has a ton of clubs that are way, way, way more valued than we are. Gonna be a tough game. We're not gonna be playing U19 guys in the game against them, that's for sure. I mean, we are just getting ravaged right now. I'm sending these guys home and it doesn't even matter. This is ridiculous. We're just getting, I mean, this is awful. Baba just dislocated his jaw in practice. We're going to use the club doctor for this at 2 to 3 weeks, but we just called him up because we have a bunch of guys who are going to be out. So, like, Geno can't play, Lamine can't play in this upcoming game, Rigo can't play in this upcoming game, so we called up 2 midfielders, we called up a winger, and we also called up a goalie because our backup goalie is on international duty with his international team. So we were going to have Baba be this backup keeper for the day, maybe even start against the 18th place team in the league, but he gets hurt. So now he's just going to go back down to the U19 team and play there when he gets back. So I'm guessing it's either going to be Bobby Elaine or Mamadou Diop as our backup keeper this game. They might even start because, like I said, it is against a poor squad in Dunkirk who are currently in 18th place. What about this guy? This guy, 20-year-old, currently playing for Young Boys in the Swiss Super League. Very highly valued. We don't know what his ratings are fully, but I mean, this guy looks like he should be able to hang in Ligue 2. I mean, absolutely. We don't even need him to be like a superstar. We just need him to pair with Mendy well as guys who can flip in and out of there at that position. And the original offer was this. This is just what the default thing was when it popped up. So if we can go squad player 100%, they like that. Let's do that. Let's offer that and see what they say. And we are here back in Ligue 2 play. Grenoble trying to continue this unbeaten streak against Dunkirk, who are currently number 18 in the league. They've lost their last two, drew the two before that. So it's been a while since they've gotten into the win column here. They're trying to fight their way out of that relegation zone. They are currently in the top spot for the guaranteed relegation, while the other team above them is in that relegation playoff spot at the moment. So you'd have to imagine they're going to be hungry here in this first game, or in this match here, as we have bunch of different guys in. So we've got a bunch of guys out with viruses, and we have our backup keeper out with international duties. So Diop is in as the backup keeper. You can see here we have Godwin, the new Nigerian guy we picked up, playing the Carolero role today as Benet drops back into that deep-lying playmaker role. Or no, Vols is in the deep-lying playmaker. Benet is still the Mizala. And then we have a couple other guys on the bench who aren't usually a member of the team, as they get a yellow card in the first minute. Oh, that's terrible. He's not off? Is that guy not off? Yeah, he's off. I see the flag. He's off. That man is offsides. Back to Chapche. As we are collecting ourselves. Once again, back to Chapche. Sylvester now sends on Benet with a through ball. Works the Ba in the middle, and Maïssa Ba, getting the start at striker today, goes up 1-0 for Grenoble. Fantastic stuff. Getting dominated in possession, but we still go up 1-0. And Diarra heads that out. Maïssa Ba, perhaps going to run the counter himself here. Have some pace. He's going to run out of juice here, but Vols now up. Swings it out wide to the left for Mendy, who's all alone out here. Crosses it into the box. And there it is! Eddie Sylvester finds the back of the net. It's 2-0 Grenoble here in the 38th as we take a 2-goal lead on Dunkirk. Beautiful cross there from Mendy. Finds Sylvester in the box. And then a strong finish on the header. Takes it out wide, drops it back to Mendy, collects ourselves a little bit here, but then Mendy sprinting up this left wing. Too much pace for Dunkirk to handle. Does not whip it in this time, instead plays it back to Vols, now over to Godwin, who sends it out to the right side. Terrain works back to the middle, Sylvester in the half space, to the middle for Maïssa Ba! 2-goal game! It's 3-0 for Grenoble as we are running away with it. Mendy, out wide, whip it in. Or not. Godwin. Oh my goodness! Godwin gets an assist in his first match here at the senior club since being acquired here at this transfer deadline. It's 4-0 Grenoble on the Jesse Benet finish. And there's the final whistle. 4-0 Grenoble is your final, as Dunkirk stood no chance against us today. We just straight dominated them. We did end up getting possession towards the end, but for a lot of that game, they had possession on us, but they were just not getting any chances off, just a lot of generating possession and not actually doing anything with it. As you can see, they only had 3 shots, 1 on target. They did have a clear-cut chance, but they did not score it. You can see we have now remained unbeaten in 10 matches in a row. And also, Rodege, however you say this team, they are currently unbeaten at home 10 games in a row. Look at this. Eddie Sylvester gets team of the week here, but the more interesting part is that the entire back line and the keeper are all Paris FC players. And look at this. Chapche is apparently developing so well that he would be a leading player for most League 2 sides, which we'd love to see. And his potential could lead to him becoming a leading League 1 player. That is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Hell yes. So that 20-year-old fullback from from Young Boys in the Swiss Super League. I don't think it's Swiss Young Boys. I think it's just Young Boys. Yeah, it's BSC Young Boys. But yeah, that is we're gonna get this guy. We are gonna get him for the rest of the season on loan and see how he does. So he's gonna come in and be our backup left back here and that should help us out the rest of the season. All right, yeah, this guy can definitely hold his own here. I mean, he's a 3-star, he's a 4-star potential. I mean, this guy could absolutely hang in this division. Obviously, he's very expensive, so we're not going to be able to buy him after the loan ends. But I mean, he's just here for the rest of the season as a squad player for us. He's gonna be mixing in quite a bit. That's for sure. He's even better than Mendy when it comes to the potential, because Mendy's just 3-star with 3-star potential. He's a bit older. I mean, this guy would be the ideal replacement for Mendy, but we have Matthew Millon for that to train up, but he's obviously on loan at his club for the rest of the season. Well, this guy is going to come here and play for us. And perfect. He doesn't even need to learn the language. He already knows it, so we don't even have to send him on a language course. Fantastic stuff. He's registered for the squad. Let's give him a number here, like, I don't know, something high. We love the high numbers. I'm a big high numbers guy. 81. He's wearing 81. Big hockey number. And I do think that we are still going to be in the market for a winger, whether that is buying somebody to be in our team for next season as well, or whether that is going to be a loan. I do think we need to bring in another winger, just because the fact that Amine is still recovering from this virus, he's only going to be out for 3 more days, and obviously he'll be back, and that'll be fine. But until he's back, you know, while Sanyang, he has still 6 days to 2 weeks, like, you know, 1 or 2 injuries, and we're really struggling, and we have to start playing this guy, who obviously is not ideal. So I think we are going to possibly look to bring in another winger, a guy who would be fine with not starting all the time, but somebody who would be useful, cheap. That's something we're going to be looking for out there, because I guess Nathaniel's fine in a pinch, or Nathaniel, T.O., but I don't know. I feel like we could definitely look to possibly find something a bit better. But aside from that, I really don't know what else we would be looking for here on the transfer window. Possibly like a winger who can also play striker. Like, we already have that in Lenny Joseph. Maïssa Ba, I'm fine with him being our backup striker. I mean, he's quite good. We have the backup at the left wing back now. We have the backup at the right wing back. Mbemba's also can play all over the midfield. We have Torre, who can play all over the midfield, and as well as like a decent enough winger to spot us some time there. We like Shantip, who can play that left wing back if we need him to, but mainly as a center back, as our main backup center back. We even like Geno here, who will slip in occasionally. We want to develop him. He's only 23. He plays here and there. Obviously, we like Amine. We like the wingers we have. So I just really don't know what else we would want to bring in here. What else we can really improve down the stretch here in this transfer portal, aside from either bringing in like a winger who we think could be like a long-term thing for us, but not too expensive, or just bringing in a winger who can help us spot us some games here and there so we don't have to play Nathaniel Tio. Because right now it's looking like this guy is going to be in the squad for this game we have upcoming against OGC Nice in the Cup. I mean, he's not going to start, but he's probably going to end up in the game at some point as a substitution, because he is going to be our lone backup winger. I'm thinking this guy might be an option for us. Bring in another Jahemi. This guy is currently playing for Clermont. No, I don't want to leave the page. Fuck. Clermont, foot 38. They're in League All. Here we go. All right, so we're right back here. We would only be agreed to playing him as a squad player, which is what we want. He would be in there for the rest of the season. He's 30, so he's not going to be a long-term guy for us, but he could absolutely come in here and play both wing spots for us. We currently don't play a wing back. We play this role. But, I mean, if we did, we could even play him there. But we don't do that, obviously. But we can play him on both wing spots. He's got reasonable left foot, strong right foot. He could definitely hold his own on both sides. He's got decent stats, decent ratings. He runs with the ball often. I like this guy. I think he could be a solid player for us. Not going to be starter, but he could absolutely be a solid player for us. They wanted to pay us full salary, but it's fine. We can handle that. Just for the rest of the season on a loan, we are absolutely going to be giving this guy some time. So let's get him in the squad here, accept the demands, and see if he can accept that deal. The other guy we also looked at was this guy right here, Alexis Claude Maurice, who's currently on OGC Nice. So if we brought him in on a loan, we would not be able to play him against OGC Nice. I should probably just keep calling them Nice instead of OGC Nice. But also, if you look at his loan offer here, he's one of these guys who they demand 100% of it, and he's making $1 million a year, which is something that we cannot afford at this stage in Grenoble's history. Also looks to be a guy who's been injured quite a bit in his career, which is not what you like to see. But I mean, the guy doesn't even play for them. He's played once in the cup. And like, this guy is pretty good. Like, he could develop. I don't know why he's getting paid that much money, but you know, if he was cheaper, we would definitely be interested in him, but unfortunately he is not. The transfer value is totally fine, but like, is he also going to want that sort of contract? I'm just curious here. So like, let's see if we can drop him down to... No. We ain't doing that, son. Sure, we'll do that. Let's just do that, and let's just see if he accepts that, what sort of contract he wants. Maybe he's willing to drop the amount of money he's making. I doubt it, but we'll see. As Bella does... Jetami, his club, has indeed accepted our offer, so as long as he wants to come here, he should be accepting our deal. And I have found him because I was looking through him on here, I believe, with loan checked on. So that's how I found him, so he should want to come here. He should accept that. But then this guy, the club has accepted our offer. Let's maybe drop this down to squad player. Yes, he would love that. And then he wants a giant contract. Yeah. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. There's no chance that we could possibly give that to you. No. It's just not. No chance. Yeah, no. He doesn't want to come down from that. He's never going to play for us. It's a shame. Hell yes, this guy comes in right before we're about to take on Nice. That's fantastic. I don't usually show the training all the time, but like, we've been training pretty well here. Like, on the senior squad here, Chapche, he consistently gets above 9.5. So does Theo Valls. Shantip is usually above 9. Sometimes he's up here with Chapche. I mean, it's incredible stuff is going on here. Chapche is just developing so well. Theo Valls is looking like a monster for us. Shantip looking like he's going to develop quite well as well. And then down in the U19s, Sunkaya, F.A. Sunkaya here, that's an R and I, not an N. Sarikaya, F.E. Sarikaya, something like that, 18-year-old Turkish center back we have. He's been developing super, super well. I mean, like, every week in training. Can we possibly look at it here? You can see here, I mean, his training rating is 10. They say that he's performed very well in training lately and is showing an improvement in his game. I believe we've even gotten an update about him. You can see here he had a 10 this week. I guess we didn't get an individual update about him, but still, he has been developing very, very well, and he's going to be in the senior squad as a regular, I would imagine, pretty soon. Nice's coach is calling us an easy opponent in the media. I don't think so, buddy. And now we got Benet getting down with the flu. Coming down with the flu, I should say. I mean, literally a day before the game. A day before the game against Nice. And he gets the flu. Another guy who's getting sick here in the winter. I mean, it's just not great. It's not great at all. And this is going to be a tough run for us. We've got Nice, and then we have his Auxerre. How do you say this team's name? Still haven't looked up how to pronounce it, but we have Nice, and then a 2-day break, and then we're playing the team that is... Oh, they've actually dropped a bit, and they're in poor form. Okay, so maybe it's not going to be as tough of a game as I thought, but, I mean, they're still going to be fighting for their lives here. They're trying to stay in that playoff role. They used to be up here, but you can see that us, Rodez, Bordeaux, and Saint-Etienne are all in pretty good form right now, while this club not doing so hot. All right, massive game here. What is this, round 10 of the French Cup? Taking on Nice, who is one of the better sides. You can see they've won 5 in a row. That could go back even farther. They're also running the 4-3-3. They are like a top 5 club right now in the table in League All, taking on us, who are obviously slotted to be promoted, but this is still a much, much, much better club than us. It's going to be a tough one. Let's see how this goes, as they are just immediately trying to get into our back line, and we defend it well. We do have a couple different instructions going on. We do have pass into space, play for set pieces, and then we took off this and just have counter on, as we're trying to be a bit more counter-attacking focused against a team that is probably going to be better than us. As we are here in the 8th minute. Nothing really going on so far. Rigo is also back in the lineup. He's back from... Oh, look at this. Teray. Oh, my God. Just does nothing with it, but we still have it. Sylvester. Penalty. Penalty. Point to the frickin' spot, baby. Making it all dramatic here. Taking forever. You gonna run to the... Oh, no. Here we go. Penalty. Pastalacci. Grenoble is up 1-0. Grenoble is up 1-0 on a League All side here in round 10 of the French Cup. I cannot believe it. Please just give it to one of the center backs. Do not hoof this. Do not... Oh, no. Okay, no, he's rolling it. Thank God. Chapche here. Works up to Sylvester. Terrain. Back to the middle for Rigo. Teray. Sylvester. All right, not much going on here. But we're possessing it. We're working it forward. Here we go. Mendy. Big save, rebound chance. Oh, not quite. But now be careful of the counter. Boom, the highlight ends. And they have no shot so far. So far, this is all Grenoble, baby. Somehow, as we intercept their pass, work it back to the middle. We're trying to go quickly, but then Rigo's pass gets picked off, and now they're countering us. Force him to the middle, please. Do not let him go out wide. And that shot misses the target. Not even a corner out of that. I believe it was their first shot. Alrighty. We get it back on the counter press there. Back to Mendy once again. Cuts inside. Oh my goodness. Lenny Joseph has banked it off of one of their defenders. It's 2-0 Grenoble thanks to an own goal here in the 45th minute. I cannot believe what's happening. We have the lead here. 4 shots to their 3. 3 of ours are on target. We have the only clear-cut chance. We are winning possession, and we have a penalty and an own goal that has gone in. Oh my God. Somehow surviving. So far, it's been all Nice, though, as Mablo catches that, and he'll settle it down. Caught by Mablo. Surviving somehow. Here we go. Free kick for us. 3-0! It's 3-0! I'm in disbelief. I can't even believe what I'm seeing. It's the 57th minute, and we're up 3-0 on a League One side who are currently in, 5th place in League One. We have another chance in the 60th. And we're converting that one too! Chapche! 4-0 Grenoble. What are we witnessing here in the Alps? Who even knows? At Stade des Alps, here in Grenoble. They push into the middle. Nobody's really there for it, though, so they have to run back to get it, and that's an interception. And then Touré just gives it, but that's the end of the game. 4-0 Grenoble over Nice here at home at Stade des Alps. Grenoble, huge upset. I mean, we just took it to them. They definitely had a better second half overall, but I mean, it wasn't like we played poorly in the second half. We were good in the second half. We scored another goal in the second half. We scored 2 in the second half, didn't we? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did. We scored 2 in the second half. We scored 2 in the first half. I mean, we were good. The passing network looked solid. We shut them down. I mean, we held the League One side to a 1.25 xG. No clear-cut chances. I mean, what else can you say? We played damn well. The biggest surprise of the 10th round was at Stade des Alps. League 2 Grenoble defeated League 1 OGC Nice. Apparently, this French National side, who have cool kits, they upset a League 1 side as well, who's currently in 7th. Wow. I mean, that's even bigger of an upset with a National side beating them and a National side that's not even good. They're in 10th. I would imagine the League One side just didn't take the game seriously at all.